Are you a person that's busy all the time? You work full time, maybe you're running around with kids, or you're like me and you live on a farm. I feel like I've got half a day's work done before I've even started my day. In this video, I'm going to explain how my Apple Watch has helped me to improve my overall health and fitness. I'm also going to explain some of the features I love about the Series 9. Let's dive in. I'll put a link in the description so that you know exactly the one that I bought, but I was really shocked about how much I love this little watch. Before I had my Apple Watch, I had an old Fitbit that was just a hand-me-down, and I thought I loved it and it was great. Once I got this Apple Watch, I couldn't believe the difference. Being on a farm, I typically have no issues reaching my 10,000 steps every day. When I got my Apple Watch though, I couldn't believe the data that it was collecting about my body. My eyes were definitely opened about my activity. It's so important to move your body, especially if you're sitting at a desk for long periods during the day. Even if you're sitting in a vehicle, it's just so important to keep moving. There's so much research out there today showing that sitting is the new smoking for our generation, so we totally need to get moving. If you're sitting or even standing in a position for too long, the Apple Watch gives you a prompt so you stand up, so it's a really great feature. I do have a day job as well as my YouTube channel, so I sit for long periods of time. Last Christmas, my son and my husband bought me a standing desk, so I will put a link in the description so that you can see exactly what desk I have. I absolutely love it, and that's been a game changer for me. Having my standing desk allows me to sit and stand throughout my workday, and that makes a huge difference for my overall movement. Have you ever tried a standing desk before? What do you think of it? Whether I'm sitting at my desk or standing at my desk, my Apple Watch will prompt me if I've been in one position for too long. Again, that's a great feature. I love this feature because it's encouraging movement and you're not thinking about it. Get up, get a drink of water, just get moving around. Once you meet this goal, your watch again will tell you, congratulations, you've met your standing goal or your movement goal. So again, it's great encouragement. The movement ring on my Apple Watch was something that really surprised me. I figured I would never have a problem closing the movement ring, but sometimes I actually do. As long as I can get my walk in, I typically can always close my movement ring, but what surprised me the most is that I thought it would just happen automatically and it didn't. I sometimes have to work at it a little bit. It showed me I wasn't moving as much as I thought I was. And that was even on days where I was helping my son with his firewood business. And so I'm still moving around, but I wasn't moving enough, like moving wood from maybe a pile to another pile or into a trailer. I still wasn't getting the amount of movement that I needed to be able to close my movement ring. I have to admit that there's some nights when I'm washing my face, brushing my teeth, that I jump on the spot or even just try to run around a little bit just to close those movement rings when I'm so close. Reaching these goals at the end of the day makes me feel successful and that I've actually accomplished something. The exercise ring has been extremely motivating for me. This year I decided to actually make myself a priority, which was tough for me. Every day I dedicate some time to do some sort of activity, and I have been loving yoga. I have been faithfully doing it just about every day since January. To incorporate it into my evening routine, what I do is I normally do it as soon as I come in at nighttime after I've done chores. I've had to learn that the dishes can wait. It really doesn't matter if I have a sink full of dishes. I need to dedicate time for myself so that I can get in that activity. I feel so much better after I have done my yoga, and that's important for improving my overall health. And of course, as I age, then that's going to help me to be healthier. Every morning on my watch, I get a notification to encourage me to reach my goals that day. As the day progresses, I get more notifications to encourage me to keep going to work towards those goals. It's amazing how a little thing on your wrist can be so encouraging and so motivating to keep you moving throughout the day. What I found that's really helped me is the way that I've set up my watch band because I can see my progression. There are a ton of different options for your watch face. Even if you like a standard watch face, that's an option too. So you just have to have a peek and see what's going to work for you. The ECG function was fascinating to me. As people age, they often have no idea that they could even be experiencing any type of cardiac issues. This watch does not have the capacity to detect if you're having a heart attack, but you're able to complete an ECG, which could then prompt some medical follow-up. The ECG confirms your heart is beating in sinus rhythm, and that just means that your heart's beating in a uniform pattern at the specific time of the ECG. The ECG is looking for abnormal heart rhythms. It's a very cool feature. Another feature that blew my mind was the oxygen measurement. At the click of a button, in 15 seconds, you can see your results. The data is so important because it gives you a baseline. It shows the percentage of oxygen in your red blood cells, which is carried to the rest of your body. The more information that you have about your body, the better that it's going to be, because then you're going to know if something isn't normal for you. Something really specific to women that I was shocked to see on this little watch was the cycle tracking. I couldn't believe the first time I got a notification because I didn't even know that that was an option on the watch, but it was actually predicting when my next menstrual cycle was going to start. And that just floored me. I couldn't even believe that it would have the technology to be able to do that. Some other options that you can track is you can track your symptoms, like how you're feeling, you can track your flow during your cycle, just some different things that are really important, especially if you have a physician appointment, you're going to see a naturopath, a nurse practitioner. You can even download that data because often medical professionals are asking you for that information. So many women have no idea about their menstrual cycle and they've never tracked it before. So this makes it really easy. This is all really important information for women to have, especially women in perimenopause, menopause, or even if you're tracking your menstrual cycle because you're trying to adjust your exercise plan. And that's something that's relatively new for women. Now, the sleep schedule and the data tracking about your sleep, I didn't bother with it at first because I didn't think I really cared. But now I track it all the time. This was my second shocker, and I'm talking shocker. I always thought that I had gotten really good sleep. I fall asleep really quickly, and I thought that my sleep was good, but I was often feeling tired throughout the day. What my Apple Watch showed me is the stages of my sleep, and my deep sleep is horrific. I love the fact that it breaks it down into each stage so that I can see exactly how many minutes of sleep I'm getting in each of those stages, but also it's collecting data about your heart rate, about your respiratory rates, and then it tracks it over time so that you can see if that information is changing. Just by me wearing my Apple Watch to bed, I'm working on improving my deep sleep. Deep sleep is so important for your body because that's when your body repairs itself. During this stage is when your body is focusing on regrowing new tissue, but also building bones and muscle. And that's why deep sleep is so important. I've been trying to look at trends to see if caffeine, maybe my diet, supplements, what could be impacting my deep sleep. It's great information for me to have and hopefully to be able to then improve my deep sleep. There are so many more features about this watch that I absolutely love. If you've made it this far in the video, it shows me that you care about your overall health and wellness just as much as I do. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And if you want to see some more videos on my channel, YouTube thinks that you might like this one too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.